Hello everyone, my name is Jason Parker, and welcome back to this channel about magic! And by the way, if you want to learn how to shoot cards in the air just like I did, free tutorial in the pinned comment below. And in this video, we're talking about America's Got Talent 2021, the finals. And this year, 2 magicians have survived and made it to the final round. When I say survived, it kind of sounds like the Hunger Games. Hunger Games with magicians? Smash like. If we get 1,000 smash likes, maybe that will be made into a reality. Help me help you. Okay, but seriously, today we're talking about Lea Kyle, master of quick change clothing magic, and Dustin Tavella, who presents magic with a message. In this video, we'll go through their acts, I'll share with you a few highlights, and I'll give you my opinion as a magician. If you're looking for a typical magician reaction video, I have links in the pinned comment below to my previous reactions to their previous acts. Proceeding forward, Lea Kyle. This is her 4th and last performance, and it really feels like she amped things up even more than before. Yes, she did do a lot of those quick changes that we're familiar with already, but what she did differently, 2 things that I saw that were different. Number 1, she incorporated a story with her performance this time. It was like a bank heist. She was breaking in, I guess, stealing the paintings and stuff like that, and just kind of doing magic. Actually, funny thing is, the first time I watched it, it was so fast. I don't know, a minute and a half, 2 minutes? I was just watching her. I'm familiar with her and I was ready for her to change her clothing. So I was watching her like a hawk. And I didn't even realize there was a bank heist theme. There was so much happening so quickly that I couldn't process it all. Not only her clothing changes quick, but her act was a little too quick. Even as Simon says, his only critique is he wishes it were a little bit longer. But I don't know. I think Lea probably did a good decision with the length of her act. By this point, you already know what she's about, what she's capable of, and essentially she's presenting like a 4th concept. You know, last time was the jungle theme, this time it's a bank heist. It's almost like a teaser trailer. You know, if she wins, then she's gonna develop a full performance. But she has such limited time to prepare, she just made this short and sweet act. Number 2 thing that I noticed different. She did a unique change this time. She walks out there with a hula hoop and does a change. And upon my first watching, I was kind of like, well, what's the point of the hula hoop? You've already showed us you could change without it, and now you've added a hula hoop and you're changing. But somehow it didn't strike me until I watched it the second time that she was out there in the middle of the stage, right in front of the judges, in the middle of nowhere. And then I realized how much more impressive that is. And then I started thinking more about this hula hoop. And actually, I'm hypothesizing, I could be wrong, but I think the hula hoop was somehow integral to her changing her costume. How can I say this? I think that the kinetic energy she created by moving the hula hoop actually helped to make her clothing change. Again, I could be wrong, but if that is true, that's really creative and very cool. It would be one of those things that would be very interesting to see the behind the scenes details on how it works. Anything else about Lea Kyle? It was kind of cool when she was changing her clothes to match the color of the judges' pictures. If I were to offer one small critique, I would think it would make sense to change to the color of the judge that appears so that her clothing color matches what you see instead of what was the previous image. I feel like that would have just snapped more easily psychologically. Small critique, just my opinion. Don't shoot the messenger. Who's me, of my own opinion. Anyway, I heard that her first video on America's Got Talent YouTube channel got something like 11 million views, and so I think there's a high chance that she could win the whole thing. So that's really cool. And what about you? What did you think of Lea's performance? Leave a comment below. Next, magician. Dustin Tavella went up there and performed a very heartstrings tugging performance. I won't lie, my eyes watered up several times while watching. Yes, America's Got Talent is kind of famous for having a lot of acts where they really tell this sad backstory and play on your emotions. But I've got to say, I really enjoyed Dustin's performance and his presentation. I feel like his storytelling was really good. It definitely got my emotions going. He elevated it by having a very positive message. He's essentially encouraging us to be better people to each other, as humans. And the magic he's doing is cool as well. He gets up there and he's talking, and while he's talking, he tears a photo and then just restores it and sets it down and keeps going. You know, he doesn't pause and go, He just kind of does it as he's going, which I think is really interesting, because I might even say that what he's doing is like 75% storyline or message driven and 25% magic. Not that the magic wasn't good, but I believe that's where his focus is on the inspiring message. And he's doing it well. Like, he's doing a good job of that. He's not failing. Then he even has a very funny moment where the entire audience writes down something that they want to do positive to other people, crunch it up into balls and throw them up there at the judges. And it's just like a kind of nice, fun, funny moment. Multiple people start laughing. That's how you know when something's funny. By the way, when it was showing the audience actually throwing the balls up there, I see that there are people seated right next to each other, not social distancing. And, you know, at one point, I know AGT had some kind of virtual audience, and I guess that's over. I guess everyone's just packed back into the theater like sardines, some kind of aquatic venue. Listen, even I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Maybe if you smash like, then I'll remember. Anything's possible. Third point. I think it's really interesting the way Dustin goes up there and has Terry read the message that was selected from that ball. Everything seemed very fair. I thought it was really well done. And then fourth, when he performs that snow blizzard type of effect, which is a common thing that you'll see a lot of different magicians doing, it was very clean, you know? I believe he had like his bare arms. Should probably use that bear animation that I have. Yeah, that's the one. But it just looked beautiful, you know? It looks like those papers are just flying right out of his hands. So I gotta say 10 out of 10 on the visuals of that. That looked great. And then fifth point, his message was so cool. You know, he talks about his parents getting divorced, and then a third party, like a friend, came in there and wanted to help them. They were able to conquer the alcoholism that was apparently an issue, and they were able to get back together, you know? And he talks about how that impacted his parents, how it impacted him, how it impacted what he's doing now. The butterfly effect. And that's really cool. I just felt it was very touching. And then number 6, I think we're on 6, his last message to everyone was give. You know, thinking about how you can give to others to help them, even if it's just some of your time. That can be a gift too. So yeah, I've got to say, I was kind of blown away by Dustin's performance. What did you think about Dustin's performance? Leave a comment below. Anyway, we should find out soon who will be the winner. Lea, Dustin, a singer, a group of martial artists. Update from the future. That's right, I filmed my reaction video that you just watched, and the day after they had the results show, and guess who won the whole thing? I should make you wait in suspense like they do on America's Got Talent, right? Just sit around here for 3 minutes, making everyone anxious and nervous? Well anyways, I'll save you from all that. The winner of America's Got Talent 2021 is Dustin Tavella. That's right, we have another magician winner. Pretty soon they're gonna call it America's Got Magicians, and people are gonna be sad that singers aren't winning. So congratulations to Dustin Tavella, a well-earned victory. I actually fully expected Lea Kyle would win, but she came in 5th place. Still, not too friggin' shabby. And actually, congratulations to both of them for getting so far in this talent show. And that's all for the update from the future. Back to the video. One thing I'd like to show you, you see these cards here? I have a tutorial up, pinned comment below, on how to shuffle them really well. But what do you do when really well isn't enough and you need to shuffle them perfectly? Just like this. You see, that's exactly perfect. There is not a missed card in there. And then they make this nice sound. If you want to learn how to do that, I'm going to be making a tutorial this month, so just make sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss it. I think it's a really fun thing to do. I do it all the time, and it's pretty impressive and makes a nice sound. Smash like. And now we come to the portion of the video in which we read a random short story, usually one paragraph, that teaches us something about life we can use today. Okay, this one is called The Ass and His Purchaser, chapter 190. I feel like maybe I should say the title again. The Ass and His Purchaser. A man who wanted to buy an ass went to market and, coming across a likely-looking beast, arranged with the owner that he should be allowed to take him home on trial to see what he was like. When he reached home, he put him in his stable along with the other asses. The newcomer took a look around and immediately went and chose a place next to the laziest and greediest beast in the stable. When the master saw this, he put a halter on him at once and led him off and handed him over to his owner again. The latter was a good deal surprised to see him back so soon and said, "Why, do you mean to say you have tested him already?" "I don't want to put him through any more tests," replied the other. "I could see what sort of beast he is from the companion he chose for himself." And we have a moral of the storyline included, which says, "A man is known by the company he keeps." So if you're just alone all the time, like myself, filming videos in your apartment, what does that say about you? JK. Okay, I've got to say right off the bat, I like this story. Let's see what we can extract from it. I mean, that's a pretty clear one, to say that you could judge people by their friends. I guess we could say that's generally true. Yeah, for the most part. Now let's look a little deeper and see what else we can get. At first when I read it, I was thinking that the ass put himself next to a really bad one so that he would look good in comparison. But the fable didn't exactly go there. Anyway, this fable is about the perceptions of others. I know generally speaking we shouldn't care what other people think, but we do live in a world where perceptions are important. You can't really escape that. Did you bother to fix your hair today? Did you wash your face? And that donkey went straight over to the laziest and greediest beast in the stable to stand right next to him. Another way we could use this is as a tool to analyze those people that we meet. Let's say that you've made a new acquaintance, but you notice that he hangs out with disreputable people, or people who are kind of rude or mean, but they're just like best buddies. What you can do is say, maybe this should be a warning sign. Maybe I should just be a little cautious at the beginning, because maybe this person you've just met isn't quite as kind as you think they are. I don't want to be suggesting that we look for negative things or have a pessimistic outlook on life, but you do need to be discerning and you do need to protect yourself as well. As with all things, it's the balance. So yeah, I think that's the best I can do with this fable. Were there any other things I missed in the story? Any things you observed you would like to share in the comments below? Because you're welcome to. I enjoy reading them. It's like a symbiotic relationship between you and me. And I want to thank you for being here and watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it brought you a little bit of happiness, or at least something to do while you were eating breakfast. So yeah, that brings to a conclusion the America's Got Talent 2021 season. There were a lot of magicians on this time. Probably my next video will be something like that tutorial I mentioned earlier, or maybe a reaction to Reddit magic, or even Instagram. I've got some other things working in the idea box, some things I've never done before, so keep an eye out for that. Anyways, I hope that you're having a magical week. I hope that the company you keep says good things about you, and I'll see you next time.